Many people have seen the glory of women's athletics, such as the 2013 and 2017 Women's Basketball National Championship seasons, that have been memories that run near and dear to so many people in Ashland. But what a lot of people don't know is that it has been a long journey for women's athletics.
Everything that we had done all those years, I give so many speeches, I did, we all did, all women that really believed strong to get from AIW to NCAA and to finances and to support. That would, I felt like, okay, all those things we did, it was worth it.
While Title IX was a significant turning point, Ashland was a leader in women's athletics and its significance even before Title IX.
Ashland really was a leader. There was no getting around it. During the 70s, 80s, 90s, and the advancement of women's athletics.
What most people don't know is that before Title IX, it was all about the physical education program. Women's athletics did not have any formal coaches, but rather they were teachers first.
We would get our contract and it was for teaching. We would get a full load of 12 hours to teach, so we were really hired for teachers. If we wanted to coach, we could coach. If we didn't want to coach, we didn't have to. That was not part of our salary or part of our contract. So it was our desire to do that. And if we wanted to, that was fine. And we did. We wanted to.
Next, a coach and administrator from 1975 through 1988 who was a pioneer in women's intercollegiate sports. Now living in Mansfield, Ohio, Carol Mertler.
Carol Mertler was a physical education teacher and coach for women's sports at Ashland before moving on to Purdue University in 1976 as their first women's athletic director. Although Title IX was passed in 1972, she said it took a while for colleges to figure out what it actually meant.
When Nixon signed Title IX was around 72, and it probably wasn't until 78, almost 80, 1980, that the government came out with what they meant by equal opportunities. Because everybody was wondering, do they have to have equal numbers participating? Do they have to have equal number of sports? Do they have to have equal salaries? Everybody was wondering, what did Title IX mean? And until they came out with guidelines, they were just kind of floundering. Not to mention that they were a little hesitant to want to have to do it anyhow.
While at Purdue, Carol was able to make big strides with women's athletics, but not without resistance from the men in the athletic department.
It was very challenging because, first of all, they didn't want me there, but the government said you had to. So I walked onto a campus where little old ladies were coming up to me and saying, "Don't hurt our football program." They were all worried that they were going to have to drop men's sports, and we're going to hurt their football program. And so it was challenging and a lot different than it is now.
Whether it was at Purdue or here in Ashland, these women were able to pave the way for women's athletics today.
But we did fight for Title IX, and Title IX helped a lot because Title IX then opened the opportunity.
The success that is seen today should be attributed to the generations that came before them.
There's never been a moment like that. To see an Eagle team win a national championship, a team championship. I know that we had won many individual championships in track and field, in wrestling, in swimming, but there was something special and new to see a team sport win a national championship, to be present there, to know those athletes. So there was nothing for me personally like that opportunity to celebrate with Sue Ramsey, to celebrate with those athletes that won that national championship. And certainly it was also wonderful to celebrate the second national championship a few years later with Robin Freilich and her team.
The present is always remembered, but the past is oftentimes forgotten.